you have fun?
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
What's it, layer?
Just... I don't
Alright.
know.
Normal?
It is September 2nd, 2018. Down Darker Trail, playing Scorched Secret today. The Abduction of Professor Marion Terwilliger. Alright. John, we're going to start with you. Just describe your kid. Who are you playing?
I'm Lambert Otto.
Lambert Otto.
I am a 31-year-old. I guess he looks like you're sort of like a...
Oh, thanks. Step off over here. Keep going.
31-year-old white bounty hunter. I kind of look like this little minifigure. I have a bowler hat on and a long...
Bowler? I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I have a long duster on. I always have a saber on my belt. It looks like it's U.S. Military.
Mm-hmm. What color hair?
I forgot what color hair he has.
Should be written down there.
It's somewhere. Black hair.
Facial hair?
Yeah, black hair.
Black hair. Any facial hair?
I think he has a goatee.
Okay.
I'm trying to read my terrible handwriting.
I feel the pain.
A goatee. He has blue eyes. His most notable thing on his face is that he has a scar going down his face. Looks like it was from a saber. Because it's a very fine cut. It's not like an axe.
So right side?
I forgot what side it is.
Note it. Decide now and note it somewhere. There are some pencils. There's some pencils.
Well, if he was writing it, someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it would be this side. Cause
okay, so it's on the right side.
Right side.
Yeah, okay, just note it. Make sure you note it. So it doesn't end up getting flipped like James Brown's face did several times.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
No, it's left. It's always left.
And he has blue eyes.
Blue eyes, okay.
And he probably looks a little melancholy.
And the last we dealt with him was in the town of Devil's Gulch.
Yeah.
Dealing with John Valentine, which you two I will be telling you about momentarily. And
I killed someone.
You killed somebody you thought had killed one of your friends.
And got $1,000 for it.
That's right. Okay, James Brown. You were playing Jack West.
Jack West. He is always in a black cowboy hat, has a black duster. Wears a white glove. No. But, you know, black everything else, pants. Apparently gloves that I forgot about. And it's pretty easy to notice that he's got a white painted or white plated revolver with gold engravings. And the handle looks like it's made of iron. And then the other side is a black one with gold engravings.
Very fancy.
Very
expensive.
It looks very expensive.
Shh, chill, you two. You were sleeping so fine, so nicely. Okay, and the last time we dealt with Jack West was in Denver on the 16th. Okay, Amy?
My character is Emerald Sho.
Emerald Sho, S-O-H-O-U?
S-H-O.
S-H-O, okay.
She just drops the U whenever it feels comfortable to her.
Okay.
She has long black hair. It's always on a side braid. She's kind of tall for Chinese people. She's about 5'5", 5'6", changes daily. She's rather well endowed in the chest area.
Buxom, then?
Buxom, definitely. She's very thin, though, otherwise. She has a riding dress in a dark blue color, with a garter belt that you will never see with a knife attached to it, and an over belt with her revolver on it.
Okay.
Just.
But she probably doesn't wear in town too much.
No.
Okay. Anything else?
Not really.
Okay.
So we got white hair, horrific scarring right here. Looks like something that was on fire was placed against his face for a little bit.
Hole in the cheek? Don't you have a hole in your cheek?
Yeah, there's an actual hole in the cheek where you can see his teeth.
Ooh, delicious.
Yeah.
But like, there's still flesh here, but like, he's just missing here in the cheek area.
Okay. Haley.
Cool. I'm playing Johanna Lee, the politician.
Johanna Lee.
Johanna Lee.
Okay.
She is kind of short, probably about 5'2".
Okay.
She's very thin, not super attractive. She's relatively clean looking. She has brown hair, brown eyes, freckles. Wears her hair up most of the time. Wears glasses because she thinks they make her look more scholarly.
But they're just glass.
But they're just
Wow.
She wears really fine clothes because she always tries to make a good impression. Because she is constantly traveling and campaigning against sexism because of her past experience in her hometown of being called out and mistreated.
Just a woman.
Yeah.
You're a politician. Do you have an office right now?
Not
or are you more of like a suffragette who is just working around the country?
Just traveling and campaigning.
And you're wealthy already.
Very wealthy.
So that's family money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're pretty much, okay, yeah, I like that, okay. Now just to get everybody involved, let's figure that out. Alright, so are you from the San Francisco area?
Originally from California.
Okay. Where do you live now?
She travels.
Oh, you're all over the place. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me figure this out. You're from the San Francisco area.
Chinatown.
So you've written, we're going to start with you, Amy.
Okay.
Right, just very briefly. This is all backstory. It'll take us a little while to get everybody kind of involved, but, good Lord. You've been reading the papers. Present date is going to be around August 25th-ish, and we're going to figure out the exact date eventually. But since about the 15th, you've been reading in papers of, it's been really small articles tucked in the back, of a certain local scientist who has been kidnapped. People aren't sure why. There's been no ransom note, you read. But again, these are tiny blurbs because he's from Oakland, which is across the bay. And for whatever reason, that has piqued your interest. His name is Marion Terwilliger, from Oakland, Garner. He's from out east. Oh!
That's dumb.
Careful, you two. Oh my goodness. He's from out east originally, but he's been living here for a few years. If your character wishes to know either him or his daughter, Matilda Terwilliger, she could. Same with you. If you're a suffragette, Matilda Terwilliger is kind of she's a strong woman is the best way to put it. She knows how to shoot a gun. She generally wears pants while she's out at their compound. She is very forward-thinking, very independent. So I don't know if you want to have met her at some time on your rounds of California. We're going to place you in the Oakland area at this point in time in your history to help you get involved as well. So you could have read this as well. And the Oakland Papers has a little bit more about this, that Professor Terwilliger has been kidnapped. You know Matilda, we'll say. You've met her. She's probably met you in town a few times as you've come through. She's, I guess, a strong woman is the best way to put it. She doesn't really take any shit from anybody, but she's also very polite to people. You know what I mean? I mean, it's the times. So, you guys can think about that. John, we're jumping to you real quick. Matilda showed up at Devil's Gulch.
Yeah.
Off the 3 o'clock train. Her father has been kidnapped. She tells you basically that she'd gone into town on the 15th of August, which was almost 2 weeks ago, to buy supplies, and when she got home she found the laboratory was a mess, and not the mess that he usually keeps it in. I mean, there was like stuff knocked around. She searched until nightfall, and when she couldn't find him, she contacted the Oakland police and the local sheriff's department in order to try to track him down. They expected that a ransom note would be delivered, which it didn't happen after several days. So she hired her own hunters and trackers, but it had been raining, so they couldn't find the trail. And when no ransom note was delivered by the 17th, she remembered y'all talking with Professor Terwilliger that, what has he got? Is that bear? That's not a dog toy. That's not good for you to chew on.
No.
That's okay. He'll rip this thing up and eat it. And where'd the squirrel go? Yeah, here you go, Apollo. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah. There you go. Good boy. Sorry for that. Anyway, when the 17th rolled around, there was no ransom note or anything like that. She remembered y'all talking about going to Devil's Gulch, Colorado. She found out where it was. She got on a train to get out there because she needs some help. She's not a tracker. She's hoping that one of you can help her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree.
Okay, so you guys get tickets and head back immediately.
And I tell her I feel like it's I'll help her because since they helped me out after I had trouble in China.
Yeah, they put you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some trouble in Chinatown a few months ago. There was a demon on the loose, allegedly summoned by one of the Tongs. Some people got killed, and it didn't affect your people at all, but you heard about it.
Definitely would have known about it.
Yeah, definitely. So it was a cause for concern. You did find out some of the people that were involved in the whole mess, and you would probably recognize them if you see them. Jack West was in Denver when he's a bounty hunter too, so his trail got him back towards the Oakland, San Francisco area because you heard rumors that John Valentine might be there. John Valentine right now, this is for you two guys, for y'all, is the most notorious bandit in the West at this time. Murderer, kidnapper, cutthroat, killer, crazy. He had like 12 lieutenants who do a lot of his dirty work. In February, he was captured by lawmen, but the train that he was on was destroyed when it hit a gigantic boulder that was placed on the tracks. And he and all of the lieutenants who had been captured managed to escape. And so he's been on the loose again. And a lot of bounty hunters, lawmen are looking for him. You haven't heard of him being in San Francisco. You would know of his name just from the newspapers and stuff. He's a terrible person. Anyway, so you two have heard about Professor Terwilliger. I'm trying to get you in. I got to figure that out. You knew Terwilliger. Hey, you knew Terwilliger. You knew Terwilliger too. And when you're in Oakland, you notice a little tiny article in the newspaper about Professor Terwilliger being kidnapped. And about that time, the train rolls in and you spot Otto Lambert. Otto.
Yeah.
Sorry. Get off the train. You recognize him. That's that guy. That's Scarface guy. So anyway. I don't know. What do you do about that?
I'd ignore him
like
I always do.
He's with a beautiful young woman. Which, you don't know what she's doing with him, but there you go.
Oh, yeah, but...
Have you met Matilda?
Feel like I have. I've seen the
think you have.
picture in person before.
Okay.
I feel like.
Alright, maybe you have. I don't think you have. I don't remember you meeting Matilda.
We went to his place one time.
Did you? Were you one of the ones who went there?
I feel like it. You were there, right?
I was there, but I don't
No. You weren't there.
What was the adventure?
Because that was right after the demon killing thing.
Yeah.
And that was right after the strong
Okay, if it was during... Okay, yeah. It was strong man
so
dying.
you probably watched it and that's how you remember it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so you don't recognize this woman. She's very beautiful, long blonde hair. She's got a rifle over her shoulder. It looks like a Sharp's rifle. And they're getting off the train, and there you go. What do you want to do? You can actually... I'm trying to figure out how to get you involved. Help me out.
Would any of the characters ever have just gone to Chinatown multiple times?
I was there
Yes.
a couple of
Then
times.
she probably would have tried to investigate that.
Okay.
Especially after-
Terwilliger didn't really. We're going to say you're in Oakland on non-related business. You are visiting... if you don't like this, tell me what you want it to be. One of your guys is working out of Oakland right now.
Okay.
He's got a small little thing going down that he does. And so you're just going out there to check on him because the money's been a little off. You think he might be skimming off the top.
Yeah.
It turns out he isn't. He sucks at math. He's just bad at it. I mean, really bad at it. That gets smoothed over. You don't have to make an example of him, or your men don't have to make an example of him, or whatever. And you are in the... you're getting ready you're heading to take a boat back across the bay, San Francisco, when you spot a familiar face in the form of this gentleman here. You recognize him, and you know he was one of the ones involved in all the Tong War that was going on a couple months ago.
Yeah.
You don't know what his involvement was exactly, but you do recognize him, the man with the scar on his face, carrying a rifle. There was some talk about him gunning down a guard in one of the Tong's brothels, maybe? Not sure, and you don't remember the name off the top of your head. So that can help you get involved. And you're going to spot these people and you're going to recognize Matilda. We're going to get you involved in the moment too. So you decide how you want to introduce yourself, or if you want to follow them, or whatever you want to do.
Definitely going to follow them.
Okay. He's with a beautiful young woman and a man with terrible scars on his face, who you probably don't recognize. Burns on the left side of his face, terrible burns.
It's very memorable.
Oh, yeah.
What?
No, I finally found the picture.
Yeah, he's
kind of like that with the face.
Okay, so you two guys are with Matilda.
I have 400.
We can info dump you to just get you involved with the fact that as to why they're here, if you have an interest in helping. No, and I almost forgot one thing, guys. I have these coins. In the event of really good role play, or doing something that impresses me, or if you see someone else do some good role play or something, and you can nominate them for a coin, and each coin is worth a point that you can add to or subtract from a roll that you're just making. These can be exchanged between players. They are only good for the game session itself, not session to session. But it's just a little way to try to encourage role play amongst the characters. And I know we're rushing here to get everybody started, but I'll let you guys role play here shortly.
So, info dump. Head's missing.
Terwilliger's missing. You know Terwilliger. Hey, what are you doing there? What are you doing there?
Right, no!
Apollo!
Apollo, get down!
I should put that on the page.
Crazy.
What even is
Here's
that?
a boy. This is Hope's little bag full of her such and stuff. Okay. You remember Terwilliger. He's missing. Been kidnapped a couple of weeks ago. They need to track him. She wants to try to find out what happened to him. No ransom note, which is a surprise. The police can't do anything, or they're not doing anything. And she's desperate. She just needs some help. She's not a tracker.
Yeah.
And she needs somebody to help her. Actually, you could be in the area and overhear this conversation.
Yes, sir.
That's an easy way. And you're obviously hearing this conversation. You're sitting reading a newspaper or something, kind of keeping an eye on this guy and trying to figure out what he's doing. So that's her information dump for you. She has sent a telegraph ahead for when they're going to arrive. So the gentleman who's watching the farm should be there anytime to pick him up. Oh! And she recognizes you. Oh my goodness. Okay, these two, she comes over and she, tells you her father's been kidnapped. And she seems a little more frazzled than you've ever seen her before. And there's two gentlemen with her who apparently got in a fight at some point. Scars.
Matilda, did you mention any kind of reward for assistance?
No, but I'm sure my father would reward you once he's found, or I can gather some money together if need be.
You know,
We don't have a lot.
We could always make something for those weapons of yours.
How's he gonna make it better?
We've seen what he's made before.
Seeing how well that thing can hit, too.
It's just a thought.
Any help would be appreciated.
Maybe you should think about doing it without a reward, maybe from the kindness of your heart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lambert Otto, this is, I can't remember my handwriting. Oh, Johanna Lee.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
And, I'm sorry, I don't think that we've ever officially been introduced, sir.
Otto tends to forget to introduce me sometimes. Her name's Jack West.
Johanna Lee. She's a friend of mine. She's what'd she describe you?
Another woman in pants.
Huh. All right, then. We're going to go down that road.
She's fighting for women's freedoms right now, Mr. West.
I seem to nod in respect to that mission.
Okay.
You've earned respect from me, sir.
Thank you.
And you see a man coming with it. He's got a small carriage with front and back seats. He appears to be Hispanic.
Do I have my horse?
Did you get a new horse?
Well, Holly got me one.
Yes.
Remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your horse is with. There he is. Wearing kind of a bowler. He's got a mustache. He looks very young. She introduces him as Xavier Manzanito, who has worked with her father in the past. He's a graduate of. He's got two PhDs, and he is a graduate of Yale, I believe. Trying to find where I wrote it down here.
Apollo.
I am visibly confused.
It's fine. I don't think you can get anything. You're visibly confused. Okay.
Because you just said it was a Hispanic and he's got multiple degrees.
Yes. Yep.
My guy does not understand that.
Okay. He looks like he's in his mid-20s. Not a bad-looking guy. Very young face. And he greets all of you. Not you yet. You're still kind of...
Hidden in the background.
Yes. And basically suggests that I've been in touch. I've been keeping in contact with him via telegraph every day. Nothing's happened today, has it, Xavier? And Xavier says, no, nothing has happened. There's still no sign. I only came into town long enough to pick you up. You notice there's a Winchester in the back of the carriage on the floor. They've don't seem very kind of unnerved by this whole situation. Xavier does as well, and he helps with you with your luggage, with the luggage you had. Matilda invites you to come if you would like.
Of course.
Okay. So she gets you up into the. You guys get into the carriage and you head out of town. You see this. You see them heading out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
If I see them going out, and I'm still very curious about him and what happened.
He's probably riding the horse separately.
Yeah.
You taking your horse and riding it separately? You have a horse in the stables here in town if you want to take it. Okay, so it takes a little longer. They go to the library stables. They head over to the library stables first. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to continue following him,
Okay.
and if I ever find a chance, I'd like to drop a note to head to Chinatown and possibly.
Yes. You've got a couple people in this town. You can find one in the time it takes for her to get her horse saddled up. It takes about a half an hour, 15, 20 minutes to get her horse saddled up. And you can find one of your men, your boys, whatever you want to call them. And you can say, what message you want sent to Chinatown? Or you could write it on a sheet of paper if you don't want anybody else at the table to know.
It's just the showmen are looking for him. Come find us in Chinatown. It's...
Wait, where's this message going?
To him.
Oh, I misunderstood. I'm sorry.
It's just a little written piece of paper, hidden somewhere. Hopefully he doesn't see it.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll find it, though.
Are most of your men Chinese, or are they just anything?
Anything.
Okay. All right, let me get Bert. So he goes and he disappears. You know, Bert is Bert looks like he's 12. He's really short. He's got a baby face, but he's actually 19, 20 years old. But he's real good at sneaking in stuff. I need a hard spot hidden from you. And if I ask for a hard check, that means half whatever you've got written down there. Bert's really good at sneaking stuff.
I just get it a regular.
You got a regular? Okay. Okay. You watch Bert do it. You know what Bert looks like. As he's waiting, you don't wait on your horse. You want to be standing on the ground.
I might be checking to make sure my rifle's okay.
Okay, so as he's taking his rifle apart in pieces, he keeps looking at one piece and sticking it back in. You don't know what that's about. And you see Bert just walk by him and doesn't even barely grazes him. And let's see how well Bert rolls here. Yeah, Bert. And just in his pocket as he walks by, and then he's gone. At some point in the future, you will notice this note. What did it say again? The showmen are looking for you?
The showmen are looking for you. Come find us in Chinatown.
Okay.
And you can spell it SHOWMAN. Or MEN.
M-A-N. Okay. Showman. Yeah, okay.
I can think of the notebooks so I can write notes to be in.
There's some up there, but I don't know. Yeah, there's one right there. Put your name on it.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Here. John, go ahead and give me a regular spot hidden. Let's see how soon you find this out. You see if you noticed it before?
I noticed it.
You made it? Okay. So she's got her horse all saddled up, ready to go. She mounts up what's your ride skill? Is it decent? Did you put any points into ride?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, there it is. That's okay. She mounts up as if she knows how to mount a horse. She's ridden before, obviously. You don't have a high ride check, so you don't do fancy shit. But you're climbing up, and you notice there's a piece of paper in your pocket. And you can read that. The showmen are looking for you. Meet us in China. Wait.
Come find us in Chinatown.
Come find us in Chinatown. Thank you. It's on the tape and everywhere, so I'll have it right later.
Is Williger's daughter with us right now?
She's waiting
I'm
on
going
it.
to show her the note and ask her if she knows what the showmen are.
She has no idea. But she doesn't get to San Francisco or Chinatown very much except when her father wants to go. And he usually goes for shows. He likes
Would I remember
young
anything
ladies.
about the showmen from when I was last there?
You've never heard of the showman before.
Okay.
You were in San Francisco for a week maybe. And you didn't delve too deeply into Chinatown except for those two toms. And neither one of them was called the showman.
Okay.
So you have no idea what this is. It's handwritten. And block print, so it's not like script or easy. It would be hard to track down who this is. He sees it. You see him see it.
If I see him see it, I'll head back to Chinatown.
Okay, you can do that. Most of the action is probably going to be taking place here in Oakland.
Then I'll definitely
So,
stay.
okay. I'm taking my GM cap off to make sure that you don't get left out of the game.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know when he's going to go check up on this. So,
Well, I was going to ask Matilda what she wanted us to talk about at the
Well, she wants. She's hoping somebody can help track down, or possibly. Is your friend a detective?
I'd say he's gunslinger.
Oh well, I need someone to try to help me track down my father.
Well,
The tracks.
fairly good at it.
Right. Or try to figure out what course of action to take. I'm no
Got my
detective.
engine with me today.
Your locomotive?
Native American.
Oh, American Indian. Oh, okay.
She probably isn't here.
That one either.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, another one.
I just am trying to help. I'm hoping you can help me find my father. I've exhausted all the leads I can think of.
You helped me out, so I figured it's best if I just helped you out.
She's ready to go.
Favor, yeah.
They're both ready to go as soon as she's ready.
I'm dead. We're ready.
I guess we'll head off.
Okay. So it doesn't look like they're heading towards the boat docks. It looks like they're heading inland and kind of north.
Okay.
From Oakland.
We're ignoring
Yeah.
Well, they don't. You guys don't know about her yet. You two don't know each other, right? You could.
I feel like we've probably crossed paths in the past.
Okay, so you kind of know each other, but you've been kind of staying out of sight because you recognize her. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I recognize the headstrong political woman.
Yes, very headstrong.
That's me.
Why bother with these lost causes? I already control the men. Anyway, so what do you want to do about this? They're heading off at just a regular gate on a carriage off out of one of the roads out of Oakland.
I mean, I want to help you get in, but I also don't know what the showmen are, so.
That's okay.
And I kind of want.
No, I'm liking this. This is interesting. I'm liking. I'm trying to figure out where you're going to go with this, and that's fine.
So you're just basically ignoring her note to you because you
For
don't
now.
know who they are. You're just it's whatever.
Well, I just know that's.
Do you go?
I gotta go save him first, then I'll.
How do you react to the note?
I feel like I'm panicking a little. Because I feel like one of the tongs has figured out that I'm
That's
here.
what I was wondering.
After me. But I feel like I'm just kind of keeping it to myself now.
So I will give you. I actually give everybody here a spot hidden. So you want to roll? Look up your spot hidden on your character sheet under skill. Not you, because you're the one they're going to see if they have this reaction.
I have a 40.
Okay, so you want to roll 40 or less. It will be a success. What is your spot hidden?
30.
So 30 or less.
71.
71. Okay, so you don't notice him go pale and maybe start sweating.
I got an 83.
So neither one of you really noticed that, but it didn't really happen. Did you make
I got 94.
Okay. Nobody noticed that this note
Maybe I
actually.
just kept the note too close to my face.
We're
No,
so
it's just.
concentrated on what's going on with
Yeah.
Cthulhu
Yeah.
that we're
True.
not even really paying attention.
And yeah, that's perfect, exactly. So nobody noticed that you kind of went pale and maybe started sweating and then asked Matilda about the showman thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you want to do with them? They're heading out of town, right? You guys are all going with Matilda?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do, Amy? Sorry, I'm Emerald. I try to call people by their character names because it helps me to learn them faster.
We're at a stable, correct?
Yes, it's a livery stable. They rent horses and sell horses, and people can leave their horses there. There's a couple men who are working there, apparently.
Okay. Are there any of my men around?
Maybe a luck check.
Luck.
Yes. You know where Bert went? He headed off that way. You can find him fairly quickly if you want to, but luck is is in that box. Remember? It's like sanity. That box in the middle of the
yes.
page.
It's the bottom.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but
I succeed.
you succeed. Yeah. There's Bert. He's creeping back to make sure everything is okay. Or no. Bert took off. It's another one of your guys. The first guy that you talked to. That'll be Al. And you notice that he is surreptitiously watching you, as if making sure you're going to be safe. You know what I mean? But he's across the street.
Yeah. I'd like to go over to him and try to get him to distract someone so I can steal a horse.
Okay.
Just
All right.
pretend it's my horse, but without anyone who works there trying to pay attention.
Okay. Maybe another luck check, and we'll let that determine if Al's any good at distractions. Or if he just lights the library stable on
That's
fire.
an 87.
That's a fail?
Fail.
Okay. He runs in there. He's like, "There's a lady down the street. She's buck naked." And they're like, "Who are you?" And then he gets all frazzled and he runs back out.
Mm-hmm.
So Al's not a very good distractor.
Damn it.
He's a big guy. You know he's kind of a strong guy.
Yeah.
You can still see them heading down the road. Horse-drawn wagons don't move super fast. You could follow them on foot if you wanted. You don't know how far they're going. It is morning, I'm going to say. The train came in that morning. I was talking so much.
I'll definitely just follow them on foot then.
Okay.
Especially if that didn't work.
All right. Give me a stealth check. Stealth's another one of your skills. Do you have any points in it?
50.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's a 68.
68. Okay. You guys can make spot hiddens. How are you dressed? You're dressed in like your outdoor clothes with your short skirt.
Yeah, just barely trying to blend in.
Oh, 4?
Yeah.
I see it.
Really good.
I guess I'm
78, I got nothing.
I guess I'm paranoid.
Chinese girl.
Did you make
Oakland.
yours?
Yes.
I'm talking
I'm
to
guessing I'm
this.
so paranoid about finding the note, I'm like watching my back.
That's a good point. Oh, by the way, when you do something successfully, when you roll a skill roll successfully, put a little check by it, because those can go up at the end. I believe you failed your stealth check. You failed your spot hiddens to notice him, but we haven't done a lot of rolling yet, so that's okay. That's just something I always forget to tell people. But I noticed John doing it. John, you two do notice it looks like there is somebody coming down the road. You don't notice this till after you're out of town, because there's a good amount of traffic in Oakland. There appears to be a woman. How far back do you want to be?
Enough to where I know if they turn and make it before they turn again.
Like 100 yards, maybe? Yeah, okay. There's somebody else traveling the same direction that you guys are traveling. It looks like a woman. You can't make out her race from this distance.
What type of clothing is she wearing?
Right towards you? No.
But she does have dark hair. You can tell she has dark hair. She's wearing like clothes that a woman would wear if they were going to go riding on horseback or if they lived in the country. What was your question?
It's like what color clothing is she wearing? Can I tell that?
It's blue.
Dark blue.
It's dark blue clothing. She looks like she has long hair. Which side?
Left.
On her left side. Are you carrying anything?
Not visibly.
No, I mean like you could have a basket or something if you wanted. I'll give you that for free.
Yeah.
Or a bundle if you want, just like a bundle under your arm. It looks like laundry or whatever, or not. I'm just.
A basket.
Okay. Looks like she has a basket under her arms. Maybe you don't know. There you go. That's what you notice.
I feel like I unsling my Winchester and I like hold it in like one hand and like I'm riding.
Yeah, you've noticed this. You will see that. You don't need to make a roll for that.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep an eye on her. And
he keeps looking over his shoulder. You do see that too. Jack West, you think anything of this lady?
And I just see her and I'm just like,
yeah, she's just somebody walking the same
what's
direction.
Otto doing?
Alright, you get to the compound / farm. It is a few miles out of town, so it maybe takes you an hour to get there. And you see that there's a tidy 2-story farmhouse. There's a large barn. There's a corral that appears to have a concrete area in the center of it, like just flat. There's a chicken coop. There's a few chickens around it. You'll be seeing this momentarily, but you're a little ways behind him. There's some trees around it. There's also like a tower, a wooden and metal tower. This is new, by the way. The wooden and metal tower that stands near the barn, it's connected to it with a lot of wiring. And there's a rounded metallic device the size of a wagon on top of it. Just like a big globe of some kind. There's also this is on the side of, the whole place is on the side of a lake. And there's another tower, about a 50-foot high tower with a ladder running up the top, like right on the edge of the lake. It looks like a diving board, but it's way too high. That's one of them. Is it this one? She might be.
I don't know where she is.
Oh, he's sleeping.
Oh, good, yes. She's right under my feet, which is nerve-wracking. There are other cables coming to the barn from the woods. You can hear the gurgle of a creek or a small stream back there somewhere. There's a lake. You can see another farm across, like quarter way around the lake. So, if you guys are you're coming into the farm here. Over here's the lake, and then like a quarter of the way around, you can see another farm over there, maybe a quarter of a mile away. And I'll start shooting his gun.
Scenery just makes me go
50-foot
crazy.
tower with a little platform on top. I told you about that on the edge of the lake. There is a nice fence around the main corral area and around the main house. The house and the barn are kind of connected with fences. It's very nice little place. This is mountainous, a little bit mountainous area, so it's like tucked beside a hill. It's very pretty, it's very nice, and Xavier gets out of the carriage and opens up the gate and gets back in and leads y'all in, just leaves the gate open behind you. Obviously there's no bushes or anything loose in the main part of the compound, and then you'll be arriving maybe a minute after they do. It's only a little off the road. So as you see where they turned in, you can see all of this. The lake is here, and then you can decide where you want to go. We're going to deal with them for just a minute, and then you decide what you want to do. So Xavier rides in and starts to get the horses around. Matilda helps him. What do y'all want to do?
I'm going to help the horses.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to try and hide somewhere and like just down the road.
You're looking for this lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you want to hide? There's a chicken coop. There's the barn. There's the house. There's that tower.
Hide in the chicken.
Okay, you can hide in the chicken coop. It's not easy. You gotta crawl in the chicken coop.
I'm just gonna be like
you get chicken shit all
laying
over
down
you.
on the ground and like
there are like slits. There are little windows in the chicken coop. Most of them are open at this time of day. Right away. You're gonna stick the gun out of there?
No, I'm just gonna have it like.
So you're just looking out, but you're ready. Okay, yeah. You guys see this as you're getting the horses. You see him. Otto just dismounts. Do you even deal with your horse, or are you going to leave that further?
I deal with them.
Okay, so when he's dealing with the horse, as soon as he's got his horse and he like whips the saddle off, he doesn't even rub it down, and he runs over. Tell me if any of this is wrong. Runs to the chicken coop, just climbs right in real fast. Give me a spot hidden. We're gonna give me a spot hidden, Amy.
Do I need to roll a stealth?
No, not yet.
Nope.
She would probably arrive there about the time you're running to the chicken coop, but she didn't make her spot hidden, so she didn't notice as you got in there. The entrance to the chicken coop is away from the road. It's like that's the easiest way. Now you can make a stealth. What did you want to do once you got to the little short path that leads up to that?
Wow, you rolled the same thing she did.
Hold on, let's find out. What do you want to do first?
There's no way I can hide walking up there, right?
If you go through the woods, there are some trees on one side. It would require a stealth check in order for them not to notice you.
Sure.
The other side is the lake, so that makes it tough. And I assume there's a little bit of, if you're facing the farm, there's a little bit of tree line here. Here's the path up to the farm, which is only, again, like maybe 50 yards. And then more trees on this side, and then you got trees, and then a lake on this side. And it's a good-sized lake. It's probably a mile or two across. And even from where you see where they went, you can see that there's another farm off the lake. You don't see any road to it, so it might be further on down the road. It might be off a different road.
Do I see Johanna?
Yes. She is, it looks like part of the barn, you guys notice this, part of the barn is sectioned off for horses, and the rest of the barn appears to have been set up as a big lab. So it's more like stables connected to the barn, and she's over there rubbing down her horse, doing all the stuff you're supposed to do. Do you want to rub his horse down? She's working on 2 horses. Matilda will help you with that.
Because I am an independent woman. You're just like, oh my god, this is the reason men are stupid.
Xavier's handing the 2 horses, the draft horses that were pulling the wagon. I'm assuming that you're rubbing your horse down as everything and getting some water and food for him. So that's the situation that you can see.
Him.
Nobody's looking towards the road yet. You're getting into your position.
But
she still has the opportunity to.
I feel like since I failed the stealth roll, I woke up all the chickens in there.
Oh yeah, the chickens are.
And then I just
loud.
run out of there.
Okay. You hear the squawking of chickens as you're kind of creaking, and then you see somebody stand up on the other side of the chicken coop. It's a low chicken coop. It's not like a whole building. It's like a. You see somebody stand up and just run. Where are you running? Back to the horses,
or just kind of like. I feel like at that point I just go back to the horse. I feel like I missed seeing her because I was busy trying to deal with the chickens and get in the coop.
Okay. So and you saw him leave the. You don't know what he was doing in the chicken coop.
But since I feel like I can see her, I'm not aware that she's here.
No, you haven't seen her yet.
Yeah.
You got too distracted by the chickens, and you're just like.
And I just once I get out of the coop, I'm looking around.